Welcome back. We are here at the historic Tobacco Docks venue in Wapping, the home of our show, to shoot the 2023 London Bike Shed Moto Show poster. Today is a big day for us. We're going to be looking at these pictures for the next 12 months, but we've got a beautiful day for it in the middle of February. The sun has been bouncing off the machines. Amy Shaw is with us here today. She shot our last 5 posters, so we know we're going to get some awesome shots. And these shots are for the show this year, which has got the theme of past, present and future. First time we've done a theme, and obviously we've got 3 bikes to represent that. One for the past, which is Toolbox Lifestyle's 1938 Matchless sprint bike. It is been sparkling today in the sun. For the present, we have Hatch Moto's Slab Shot Suzuki. Now this is based on a 2009 GSXR 1000, but it's retrograded back into the 80s. It's fantastic. We're going to do videos on all of these bikes, so you're not going to see all of the details now. And on one of them, you're not going to see any details because it's from the future. And it's not really here today. But don't worry, it will be, because we've got a guy to build it for us who built last year's poster bikes, which is Ziggy Moto. I'm super excited about how that's all going to come together. But for today, we're going to talk about the shoot. We're going to go catch up with Amy and the builders of the other 2 physical bikes, and we'll see if Ziggy's here somewhere with some technical wizardry to put in his future bike. So, Amy, thank you for coming down here again. Here we are again, Tobacco Docks.
Good to be back.
It is, isn't it? And again, we've got an outrageously beautiful day for it.
Yeah.
Was that challenging?
It can be, because sometimes too much light can sometimes be very constrictive of where you can place the bikes, which has been a little bit of a challenge, but at the same time, it's ended up being beautiful.
Got some good shots.
I think so.
Amazing. I mean, it was challenging today because we had 3 bikes. We had 1 bike last year, 3 this year with plinths, and the big reveal, one of the bikes wasn't even here. So Ziggy was going to put his bike into your shots after you've shot them.
Yes.
Have you done that before?
Never. So
okay.
It's been quite interesting talking to Ziggy about, you know, what focal lengths I've been using, what apertures I'm using, the kind of idea I've got behind shadows. So he is basically going to be the other creator to my shots, which is really exciting to work with somebody else with my images. So yeah, I think that's going to be a challenge that neither of us have quite figured out yet. But
it was kind of one of those ideas we had and we didn't really think about it, and then we had it and we were like, the future bike can't even exist yet. And yeah. Sorry, big
it's
challenge.
It's going to work. No, it'll be fine. I have complete faith in Ziggy that he's magic. He's a CGI wizard, so
yes,
he'll be
that's what
absolutely
we need, wizards. And the bikes that we did have here today, we've got them just in the background. I mean, you couldn't get 2 more different bikes. This is what I love about. I can't wait to see the shots because I mean,
they complement each other.
They
definitely.
do, don't they? In a completely chalk and cheese way.
Precisely.
But this is what I kind of love about our show, and we were talking about this the other day. Is you don't know what's going to be around each corner. Like. The theme's kind of self-explanatory, but in terms of the machines we have at the show, the variety is outrageous. So
yeah.
Hopefully we'll capture that.
Exactly, because sometimes you can have a 1 bike on a poster, and sometimes, especially if you've never been to the show before, you think, oh, okay, that's a show just about that kind of bike. So this, I think, is going to be a real fantastic example of the range of bikes that you get at the show and the range of years that you have. And yeah, especially having Ziggy's future bike, I think it's going to be something quite special.
It certainly is. I'm going to hit you with a random question that you don't know, which is quite tricky. If you had to pick an era, call it a decade, for automotive design or whatever, where would you go?
The 50s.
The 50s,
I think the
straight
50s.
Away.
50s, no, you know what, I'm going to say 60s. 60s, yes, 60s. I think it's still got the curvature and the beauty of the 50s, but starting to be a bit more futuristic and experimental with the design. So I'm going to say 60s.
Cool. Good. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait to see the shots. So, like I said, we are going to go into great detail on all of these bikes in separate videos. But since we've got the guys here today, I thought I'd grab them and ask them a couple of questions. So, Joe, come over here, mate. Come over here. Look at this machine. Thank you, mate.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you for bringing it. It is stunning. Just like I said, we're going into more detail, but tell us what we've got.
This is a Matchless Model X, Brooklyn's inspired 1000cc sprint bike.
And this isn't a machine you could have bought from a dealer?
No. This is fully custom. It's essentially what would have been a Brough Superior engine in a Matchless chassis.
Oh, it's fantastic, mate. Thank you so much for having it here today.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a complete pleasure.
It's been a bit different today with the 3 bikes and the 3 eras and everything we got going on.
Yeah.
I've got a question I'm asking everyone today.
Go.
If you could pick your favourite decade of automotive design, what would it be?
That's a tough one, but it's probably for me. It's got to be the 60s.
60s.
Yeah,
That's what
I'm a scrambles rider, racer, so I love that. American desert racing, British scrambles. That's my
cool.
definitely my favourite.
But it's all.
But yeah,
for
Toolbox Lifestyle, and we do pretty much from 30s to late 60s. So
and you said 1938?
38, this is
It's
38,
wonderful.
Yeah.
It totally encapsulates what we were trying to do with the periods, and there's so much inspiration to be drawn from this for builders now and further on. Yeah. So you bring it to the show for us?
Of course we'll bring it to the show, yeah.
Awesome. And
maybe a few other things.
in your opinion, why should people come to the show?
Bike Shed is the best show in the world, isn't it? That's why we come. But it's the variety of bikes.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. Because I do those 40s to 60s, but everyone who just loves petrol, loves bikes, you can come and see anything. There's so many things to see, you know.
We're going to talk to him in a minute. Well, hopefully the poster will encapsulate that.
Hopefully,
that's the aim.
It's going to. Of course it will do.
Listen, we'll speak to you soon.
Thank
and we
you
will
again.
dig into
Great
some
pleasure.
more detail on this guy.
Cheers.
I'm going to go grab Mark and we'll talk about this one. So Mark, we made it. The bike is here for the poster shoot, and this is your slab shot, which is representing present for us. It is stunning, mate.
Yeah,
I
happy to
just
have it here.
adore it. Yeah. I mean, because your last bike was a late entry to the show last time, and now you're a poster bike. How does that feel?
It's freaking incredible, yeah. So good, so good. I can't believe it, to be honest.
Well, you said to me, I remember after the show last year, you said, next year I'll have a poster bike for you.
Well, I said, yeah, have you got plans for the poster? And I don't know, something about the show last year and the reaction to the other bike, it went down so well, and I just thought, I've got to do something specifically for next year.
Yeah.
And that was a long shot. I didn't think it would happen.
It's perfect for the present, the theme that we were going with. And it's a 2009, isn't it?
Yeah.
And in terms of era that it lives in now, I mean, what's your favourite automotive era?
Well, late 80s, early 90s, Japanese sports bikes. That's my niche.
That's your niche. Late 80s, early 90s.
So this,
as you can tell.
this is somewhere in the middle, kind of. Obviously, paintwork is more 90s. I've done the 80s thing last year with a slab side build. So I thought I'd move it on slightly. But yeah, 2009 back to 90.
And that's the thing, isn't it? That's why it represents present, because dynamically this is a capable modern day beast. Isn't it?
Oh yeah, great to ride, performance, handling, everything. Completely, it's another world, 20 years on from the slab side. So yeah, in terms of riding, it's a different thing. But then aesthetically, I don't like the look of those. So bring it back aesthetically and add a few nice little custom bits on as well.
It is. I love the fabrication you've done on it since we last saw it. The dash and the rear sets. Oh yeah, it's going to be stunning. We'll see it finished completely at the show.
Yeah.
Lovely, mate. Lovely. Thank you so much for bringing it down.
Lovely. Thanks for having it.
Appreciate it. Right. We need to talk to Ziggy, don't we? Go see the future bike. So Ziggy, here we are again, second year in a row on a Bike Shed poster.
It's amazing. I know, never thought it'd happen. I thought I'd peaked. I thought that was the end of it.
Well, this year you haven't had the last minute rush because your bike isn't actually here.
Yeah, it's a future bike, and it's so far in the future it doesn't exist yet. But
this is weird. We've never done a video around an empty plinth before.
It's the best looking bike I've built so far.
But this is what we've been doing all day, because we decided when we were sort of working on what the future bike should be, that any bike that was currently in existence wasn't of the future. So hence talking to you, because you build great physical machines, but you're also known for CGI and making things that don't exist.
Yeah, making shit up, lots of concepts that don't exist. Yeah, no, exactly. And I think when you and Dutch and the guys got in touch with me about potentially doing something futuristic, but we were sort of saying, well, let's make it rational, sort of believable vision of the future.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been trying to do, and it's still a last minute rush. I'm still working on it, it's still not finished. So as though it's not here, it's not even virtually here yet. But you had lots of great ideas. I've incorporated some of those into it. And today really has just been about trying to capture the light. So we're going to shoot them, aren't we?
What have you been doing here today? Because we've got Amy taking the photos and you've been walking around with cameras and laptops, and what's been the plan?
Yeah, so obviously Amy's doing the photography. There's 2 other bikes obviously in the shoot, and we needed to put my bike, the virtual bike, in that same environment. So typically we use a spherical map, a HDRI map it's called, and that projects the lighting and the reflections onto the model, so it feels like it's in that scene.
Right.
It's not something I've done before. I normally get them off the internet of sort of great looking venues, but obviously we wanted it here, so I've had to try and capture it here, and I've managed to do it, I think, we'll see later,
we'll find out,
on my iPhone.
It's so exciting that you've got the best idea of what's going to be on this plinth.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm excited about, and this is a bit of a reveal maybe, is that we were talking about the ergonomic adaptability of a bike.
Yeah.
So instead of pushing a button and having riding modes cycle through that don't really change anything, you're going to make a dynamically adjusting bike.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, if you look at the bikes I've built, a lot of stuff I've done the dirt bikes, I've done the racers, done the bobbers, done the classics, and it's all about genres and personality, isn't it? So I thought, wouldn't it be lovely if we could do all of that in one?
Yeah.
You know, and if you could flick a switch and change your personality. So you have your wardrobe of sort of costumes that basically go with that style of bike. And it's building the idea around that. So I think, yeah, it's exciting. I'm kind of excited to see what we do.
We're going to do a more in-depth video where we can look at, because you've got no B-roll for this, Dan, you've got nothing to show. A little bit, okay, cool. And then, I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to see it in situ.
Yeah, me too. Well, we'll see.
Before you go, same question for everyone. What's your favourite decade of automotive design? Sorry, threw that at you.
That's pretty tough. I would probably...
Maybe it doesn't exist yet. 2040.
Oh, I don't know. There's probably something in the 60s, 70s. Things were simpler, sleek, elegant. Yeah. But I love the proportions of the contemporary bikes, and a lot of my stuff ends up that mix. Simple, sort of sleek lines, but with a contemporary proportion attitude. Cool. So this will be in a similar vein, really. That's from the future. I want it still to have that timeless class to it, hopefully elegance. See.
Well, perfect, because that's kind of the whole root of the theme, is that everything's inspired by the past. So this will be too.
Definitely.
Mate, thank you for bringing it down. Well, is that the right phrase?
It was the easiest bike to push in.
Did you bring it on public transport?
Exactly. Came up in my bag. It was really easy.
Perfect. So that's it. That's a wrap. We've shot the 2023 poster. We are done. I cannot wait to see what it looks like. I'm going to give Ziggy a hand putting his bike back in the van. What do you mean? I've got to say, please do like, follow and subscribe. There will be detailed videos on all 3 of these bikes coming soon with our Road to the Show series all the way up to May. We will see you at the show. Thank you.